Ever wondered how bears manage to survive the harsh winter months? You see, bears have this incredible ability to hibernate, to sleep through the winter. It's not just a long nap though, it's a deep sleep where their heart rate slows and their body temperature drops. They can do this for months without food, without water. This isn't some magic trick, it's a biological marvel. Sounds incredible, right? Let's dive into the world of these fascinating creatures. Bears, one of the most iconic and adored creatures across the globe. They captivate us with their sheer size, strength, and surprising tenderness. But what do we really know about these magnificent animals? Let's start with the basics. There are 8 recognized species of bears spread across the world. From the towering polar bears of the Arctic, the largest of all species, to the diminutive sun bears of Southeast Asia, each species is unique and fascinating in its own right. The brown bear, including the famous grizzly bear, is the most widespread species, found across North America, Europe, and Asia. The black bear, too, is common in North America, while the South American continent is home to the spectacled bear. Bears are generally solitary creatures, although they can be social when resources are abundant. They're incredibly intelligent, with a brain capacity comparable to that of primates. They have an excellent memory, particularly when it comes to food sources, and a keen sense of smell that surpasses even that of dogs. Their diets are extremely varied, ranging from the almost exclusively carnivorous polar bear to the largely herbivorous giant panda. Most bears, however, are opportunistic omnivores, eating a wide variety of foods based on availability. They're also known to be excellent swimmers and climbers, with some species like the sun bear and the American black bear spending a significant amount of time in trees. What's truly fascinating about these creatures is their adaptability. They inhabit a wide range of habitats, from the frigid Arctic tundra to dense tropical rainforests. They've learned to survive and thrive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth, showcasing the true resilience of nature. With such diversity in size, diet, behavior, and habitat, bears are a testament to the incredible range of life on our planet. They are, in many ways, a symbol of the wild, powerful, awe-inspiring, and yet incredibly vulnerable. With such diversity, bears truly are a wonder of nature. Have you ever thought about a day in the life of a bear? It's not all naps and honeypots, folks. Bears lead quite intricate lives that revolve around food, family, and yes, a fair amount of relaxation. Let's start with the early morning. As the sun rises, so does our furry friend. You see, most bears are active during the day, making them diurnal, just like us. Their day begins with a hearty breakfast. Depending on the species and the season, this could be anything from berries, roots, and insects to fish and small mammals. Now, bears aren't just eaters, they're hunters too. When it comes to securing a meal, bears can be quite strategic. They use their keen sense of smell, which is about 7 times greater than a bloodhound's, to locate their prey or to find a berry patch. Then, with a burst of speed that would put some sprinters to shame, they chase down their quarry. Once their belly is full, it's time for a bit of grooming. Bears are quite meticulous about their appearance. They'll often be seen scratching their backs against trees, not just for the sheer enjoyment of it, but also to keep their fur in check. The social structure of bears is quite fascinating too. They're generally solitary animals, but they do have a complex hierarchical system. Bigger, stronger bears dominate the prime fishing spots and the best berry patches. And let's not forget about mama bears and their cubs. Mother bears are fiercely protective of their young and teach them all the skills they'll need to survive in the wild. When dusk falls, it's time for the bear to find a safe place to rest. This could be a cave, a hollow tree, or a cozy spot under a fallen log. After a long day of foraging, hunting, and exploring, it's time to catch some Z's before doing it all over again the next day. So, a bear's life is not all about sleeping and eating, it's a lot more complex. From the moment they wake to the time they curl up for the night, bears lead lives full of action, adventure, and a dash of wilderness charm. Now let's get back to our initial question: how do bears hibernate? Hibernation for bears is a fascinating and complex process. It's far from just a long winter's nap. It's a finely tuned biological mechanism, an incredible adaptation that enables these magnificent creatures to survive harsh winters when food is scarce. In the lead up to winter, bears enter a state called hyperphagia. This is a fancy term for a feeding frenzy. They consume vast amounts of food, sometimes up to 20,000 calories a day. That's like us eating about 40 pizzas in one go. They store these calories as fat, which will sustain them during their long sleep. Now, when the cold weather sets in, bears find or make a den. This can be a cave, a hollow tree, or even a burrow dug into a snowbank. Here, their heart rate slows, their body temperature drops slightly, and they enter into a deep sleep. Hibernation. During hibernation, bears do not eat, drink, urinate, or defecate. They live off their fat reserves, which not only provide energy but also water for their bodies. Their metabolism slows down, but interestingly, they don't lose muscle or bone strength. This is something that scientists are studying closely, as it holds potential for human medicine. One of the most remarkable things about hibernation is that mother bears give birth during this period. They nurse and care for their cubs, all while still in hibernation. Imagine waking up in the spring with a couple of new additions to the family. When spring arrives, bears emerge from their dens, thinner but still strong. They've survived the winter without food or water, thanks to the marvel of hibernation. So, hibernation turns out to be a bear's secret weapon for survival. It's a testament to the incredible adaptability of these creatures, a testament to the wonders of nature. So next time you see a bear, remember, there's a lot more going on beneath that furry exterior than meets the eye. Unfortunately, not everything is rosy in the world of bears. Bears, in all their rugged majesty, face a multitude of threats that jeopardize their survival. Among these, habitat loss stands as a significant menace. As we continue to expand our cities and towns, we encroach upon the wild spaces that bears call home. Forests are felled, mountains are mined, and rivers are dammed, all contributing to the shrinking of bear habitats. Then there's the specter of climate change, a global issue that's hitting bears particularly hard. For instance, the polar bear, a species adapted to life on the Arctic ice, is finding its home literally melting away due to rising global temperatures. With less ice to hunt on, these bears struggle to find enough food and their population is in decline. Hunting poses another threat. In some parts of the world, bears are killed for their fur, claws, and even their gallbladders, which are used in traditional medicine. This illegal trade is driving several bear species towards extinction. But let's not surrender to despair just yet. There's hope, and it comes in the form of conservation efforts. All around the world, dedicated individuals and organizations are working tirelessly to protect bears and their habitats. They're lobbying governments to enact stricter wildlife protection laws, educating the public about the importance of coexisting with bears, and rehabilitating rescued bears before reintroducing them into the wild. And you too can play a part in bear conservation. Small actions can lead to big changes. You can donate to conservation organizations or adopt a bear. You can also make lifestyle changes like reducing your carbon footprint to combat climate change. Speak up against illegal hunting and trade of bear parts. Even sharing knowledge about these issues with your friends and family can make a difference. As we wrap this up, let's remember that bears are more than just powerful symbols of the wild. They're integral parts of the ecosystems they inhabit, and their survival is intertwined with the health of our planet. Remember, every small effort counts when it comes to preserving these magnificent creatures. Before we wrap up, here are some fun and fascinating bear facts. Did you know that bears have an incredible sense of smell? In fact, their sense of smell is so sharp that it surpasses that of dogs, and is even better than bloodhounds. This superpower helps them locate food, detect danger, and even find mates from miles away. And speaking of longevity, you might be surprised to know that bears can live for a very long time. In the wild, they can live up to 25 to 30 years, but in captivity, they can live even longer. The oldest known bear lived to be an astounding 47 years old. Now, we often associate fish with excellent swimming abilities, but bears are equally adept. They can swim for miles and even dive for food. In fact, the polar bear, often known as the maritime bear, can swim continuously for days at a time. Furthermore, bears are not just brawn, they're also brain. They are extremely intelligent and have excellent memories. Once a bear finds a food source, it will remember the location and will return to it year after year. Lastly, let's not forget about their sheer strength. A grizzly bear, for instance, can lift up to 800 pounds. That's more than 5 fully grown men. Who knew bears were such incredible creatures? So, there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating world of bears. We've journeyed through their lives, from their unique lifestyles to their incredible hibernation habits. We've explored the urgent need for bear conservation and shared some truly fascinating facts. These furry giants are more than meets the eye. They are resilient creatures, adept at survival in the most challenging environments. Next time you think of bears, remember, they're not just furry giants, they're survivors, and they're true